What's up everyone, Danny Lightning here with another helpful audio video. Today we're going to talk about proper positioning to make your SM7B sound really nice. So I'm just going to start off with a really quick easy tip and then we'll talk about plugins and audio processing as well, and I'll give you some tips and information on that. Now if you notice, I've got it about a hand length away, which is roughly 3 to 4 inches. I've got it off to the side, kind of at a 45-degree angle and pointing up at my mouth. And for some weird reason, when you have the SM7B positioned like this, you seem to get more high end in there. So if you got it like a deeper voice or it sounds a little too dark and muddy and bassy, this seems to be the position, for me at least, in my room, that gives me the best result. If I take it up like this and I move it up like this, you're going to notice it has a much darker sound. It definitely sounds more bassy. There's not as much high end. Or if I put it up higher and I angle it down, it's also going to give you another type of sound. Now, of course, the closer you get to it, the more bassy it's going to be. And the further you get away from it, the more high end as well. So it's all about finding the sweet spot for positioning. For me, that's basically how I do it right there. I pretty much just put it off to the side, point it at my mouth at a 45-degree angle, make sure it's roughly one hand length away, and voila, that is giving me the absolute best results and actually makes my SM7B sound a lot better. You're currently listening to it with no EQ, no compression, no effects. This is just raw right out of the microphone how it sounds, and I have all of the switches on the back in the flat position. Personally, I think the flat position is where you want them, and then you can always do some EQ work later. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of EQ and compression. Now we got EQ, we got compression, we got the whole shebang. This is a fully edited SM7B. Let's go ahead and do a quick little rundown of what plugins I'm actually using. These are my favorite plugins to make the SM7B sound really nice. So I'm currently using the Waves RVox to add a very small amount of compression, maybe 2 or 3 decibels worth of compression in my speaking voice. That's all you want for a voiceover. I've got the FabFilter Pro Q3 adding a little bit of high end and reducing the bass by a little bit. Now I did add the Wave Sibilance de-esser. I mean, the SM7B is pretty easy on the S sound, so if you don't have really bad sibilance when you say things like silly cell seashells, if that's not sounding ear piercing, you probably don't need the de-esser, but it's not a bad idea to run one anyway, because nobody wants to hear really harsh S sounds that break their ears. I'm also running a limiter, which is very important. The Waves WLM Plus with True Peak Limiter. We are using that to adjust ourselves to the correct volume to make sure our video is loud enough, because nobody wants to listen to a quiet video and you don't want to be too loud either. So you want to get yourself just at the right volume, and a really good limiter is the tool to use to push yourself to the correct volume. And I forgot to turn off my fan, so my fan is running in the background. So we're going to go ahead and run Waves Clarity VX to remove the sound of the fan. We're just going to run that really lightly, and it doesn't really seem to affect the way my audio sounds as long as we crank it up to like 20 or 30% and don't really overdo it. And if there's any light background noise like your air conditioner or your fan, that will get rid of those sounds. So basically, the first plugin I am going to be running is going to be the Clarity VX, the Wave Sibilance, the equalizer, and then the compressor, and then the limiter after that. So that's kind of how we got that set up. Now I do have some videos on how to EQ the SM7B. I'll make sure that pops up at the end of the screen on this video. Also, if you're looking to get any Waves plugins, Waves and FabFilter make amazing plugins, but I do have an affiliate link for Waves, and I'll also put a link to some FabFilter plugins down there in the video's description as well. I don't have any type of affiliation with FabFilter, but they make really high-end stuff that's expensive. Waves just makes really nice plugins that sound good and they're quite affordable. So Waves is a great choice, or if you can afford it, FabFilter is a great choice. Those are my 2 favorite plugin manufacturers. I love both of their stuff. Well, I think that's going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to help this channel out so we can get more microphones and audio equipment to review, maybe consider a channel membership, or if you drop down the video's description, you'll see some ways to help support the channel. But at least hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed that. Hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel would help me out big time. If you drop down the description, you'll see my Discord server, my other YouTube channel, some affiliate links, and all kinds of good stuff. So you might want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Lightning out. Have a great day. See ya.